Hello students, good morning. I Rajesh Kumar Dev, Assistant Professor IMS Law College, shall discuss with you different provisions, instances, definitions, explanation of trademarks and grounds of refusal to register trademark and what are the different provisions of infringement of trademarks. In beginning, I shall discuss with you what are the examples or what are the instances of trademark. Trademark, if whenever we see around us, we find various examples of trademark. Trademark has a great importance for a company, for a business institution. Whenever we see any bottle of Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, whenever see McDonald trademark, whenever see I'm loving it, whenever see the color, whenever see the slogan, whenever see the symbol, logo, name, shape, all these are the examples of trademarks. Now, what is trademark? Trademarks, in the next slide, we shall discuss different provisions of the trademarks. Trade and everybody knows trade and commerce is the lifeline of economy of any nation. In an era of competitive economics, the goods are traded by their names, which may indicate their quality and identity distinct from others. Trademark is by far the most commonly used intellectual property right. The importance of trademark was recognized at the global level through Madrid Agreement. Madrid Agreement is very important. Madrid Agreement way back in 1891. From Madrid to TRIPS, the international legal system in the field of trademark has developed significantly in India. The trademark law has undergone major changes with the enactment of the new Trademarks Act 1999. Now, how the trademark laws evolved in India. Prior to the enactment of Trademarks Act, trademarks used to be called common law marks. Common law marks term was being used in the past and they could not be registered as there were no statutory law. There was no statutory law, so registration was not possible. The owner of trademark had to seek common law remedy of passing off. Passing off remedy was only there in the past. Passing off against infringement of the trademark. The first statutory protection prior to independence of India was given through Trademarks Act 1940. This act was based on the Trademarks Act 1938 of England. Since 1940, significant development took place in the field of business and trade. After independence, to meet with these requirements and to give the effects to the recommendations made by Mr. Justice A.N. Rajgopala Iyengar, the Trade and Merchandise Marks Act 1958 came into existence. But since then, again, there has been considerable changes in the trading and commercial practices due to the globalization of trade and industry. To keep pace with the changing trends of investment flow and technology transfer at international level, a comprehensive law was required. It is therefore the Trademarks Act was passed in 1999, which came into force with effect from 15th September 2003. This Act of 1999 has repealed the Trade and Merchandise Marks Act 1958. At the international level, the most influential effort on the global scale regarding the protection of intellectual properties is undoubtedly the agreement of trade related aspects of intellectual rights, which is known by name TRIPS Agreement, which was adopted at Marrakesh on April 15, 1994 and came into force on January 1st, 1995. Second section 2, in the second section 2 of the part second of TRIPS Agreement. Section 2 deals specifically with the trademarks. The section spreads over 7 articles from articles 15 to 21. Article 15 significantly deals with protectable subject matter, and it defines a trademark as any sign or any combination of signs capable of distinguishing the goods or services of one undertaking from those of other undertaking. The definition of trademark was given by Article 15, meaning thereby is that the provisions relating to trademark have been incorporated in Article 15 of the TRIPS agreement. The Paris Convention is also very important in this regard. The key requirement, the key requirements of the Paris Convention includes trademarks, utility models, and industrial designs. However, for trademarks, in order to preserve priority, the interval between original filing and filing in another member country is limited to 6 months. The convention, this Paris Convention, contains stronger substantive guarantees for trademarks than it does for patents. First, the convention facilitates leveraging goodwill from one country to other through its well-known marks provision. Under Article 6, members must prohibit the use of, refuse to register or cancel the registration of any symbol where use is liable to create confusion with a mark that is well known in that country for use and identical for similar goods. Second important provision is the convention. Convention means Paris Convention 18 of 1883. Paris Convention facilitates use of same mark in all regions. Article 10 of Paris Convention is also very important in this regard. Article 10 requires members to provide effective protection against unfair competition. Next, we shall discuss what is Madrid Agreement. The provisions of Madrid Agreements are very important while we discuss the provisions of trademarks. And this is the specific protocol and agreement for trademark with respect to the acquisition of rights to trademarks. The Paris Convention relies on the same expensive state by state registration system that it uses for patents. The Madrid Agreement for international registration of trademarks, which went into effect less than 10 years after the conclusion of Paris Convention. Under the Madrid Agreement, once protection is secured in a trademark holder's country, it can be extended to other member states by filing an international application with the International Bureau at WIPO specifying where protection is sought. Because the Madrid Agreement bases protection on securing registration in a trader's home country, it presents a problem for countries that make registration contingent on the use of the trademark in commerce. To enable the United States to join the Madrid Agreement, a modified version of the agreement was created in 1989. Under the Madrid Protocol, an application is sufficient to enter the system. Now, what are the different provisions in TRIPS agreement regarding Trademark Act? TRIPS explicitly incorporates the principal provisions of the Paris Convention, including its national treatment provision, its priority rule, and substantive protection. It adds a most favored nation requirement, elaborates on the requirements for trademark protection, and extends the substantive rights a member state must confer. Prior to TRIPS, some countries had been giving local manufacturers a boost when they manufactured goods for foreign trademark holder by requiring the foreign trademark holder to display the local manufacturer's mark. TRIPS agreement in its Article 20 has prohibited encumbering foreign marks. In this way, although identification of the undertaking that produced the goods and services may be required. Members also enjoy a measure of flexibility. Article 17 of TRIPS agreement is also important in this regard. Article 17 permits limited exceptions, provided they take account of the legitimate interests of the owner of the trademark and the third parties. Now, what is the object? What is the object of the trademark? What is the object of the trademark? The object of trademark law is to provide legal protection of trademarks for goods and services and prevent fraudulent use of marks. The unique feature of trademark which distinguishes it from other categories of IPRs, for example, copyright, patent, and designs, is that the trademarks are given legal protection not for a fixed term but for indefinite term, provided other legal conditions such as renewal are fulfilled. In this regard, there is very important landmark judgment Lakshmi Kant versus V. Patel versus Chetan Bhai Shah. Its citation is AIR 2002 Supreme Court SC 275. The Supreme Court has explained the objectives of trademark law. What are those objectives? The law does not permit anyone to carry on his business in such a way as would persuade the customers or clients in believing that the goods or services belonging to someone else are his or are associated therewith. The reasons are two. Firstly, honesty and fair play are and ought to be the basic policies in the world of business. Secondly, then a person adopts when a person adopts or intends to adopt a name in connection with the business or services which already belongs to someone else, it results in confusion and has probability of diverting the customers and clients of someone else to himself, thereby resulting in injury. These are the different objects of trademark act. Now let us move to the next slide. In this note, in the previous slide, yes, first we shall discuss the different provisions which are in the previous slide. In the previous slide, uh, there are different provisions relating to Trademark Act 1999. Trademark Act 99 defines trademark as. Now the definition is according to the Trademark Act 1999. Trademark as a mark capable of being represented graphically and which is capable of distinguishing the goods or services of one person from those of others and may include shape of goods, their packaging, and combination of colors. Means combination of colors, packaging, and shape are the subjects of protection as trademark. Mark includes device, brand, heading, label, ticket, name, signature, word, letter, numeral, shape of goods, packaging, combination of colors, and any combination thereof. And the trademark may be in any form as it has been given in the Trademark Act 1999. Brand means what is the meaning of brand? What is the meaning of mark? What is the meaning of trademark? All the definitions are here. Now, what is mark? In the first paragraph of this slide, the definition of trademark is there. In the second paragraph, the definition of mark has been given. In the third paragraph, expression brand has been explained. Brand refers to a name, term, sign, symbol, or design or combination of them intended to identify the goods or services of one seller or group of sellers and to differentiate them from those of competitors. For example, McDonald's for restaurants. The McDonald's is very famous for as a restaurant. Cycle brand agarbattis. Agarbattis are also famous, and that has been the trademark. Brand name is that part of the brand which can be vocalized. What is brand name? Brand name is that part of the brand which can be vocalized, means which is uttered in the public. By the name, any object or any product is uttered in the public. That is the brand name. Or slogan for the product. Brand mark. What is brand mark? Is that part of the brand which can be recognized but is not utterable. Brand mark is that mark. Brand is recognized. Public is recognizing that brand, but generally that is not utterable in the market. Such as symbol, design, distinctive coloring, and lettering. Letters are in the different form. Device means device refers to pictorial representations. Picture ki form. What is the picture? Animals picture, birds picture, landscape, buildings, etc. These are the example of trademark. Letters as a mark. Several times letter is used as a mark, and letter as a mark is the identity created out of letter forms and has its inbuilt strength of distinctiveness and individuality. That is IBM, GM, BL, BEE, 3M, etc. These are the examples of trademarks. In the next slide, now we shall explain what is the trademarks. Numerals can be registered as trademark upon evidence of user. 555 detergent, 555 detergent, 501 BD ka bundle. This is the brand. This is a numeral has been used as a trademark by the companies. Sometimes symbols may take shape of brand or logos. A logo is visual depiction of a manufacturer. A logo is a visual depiction of a manufacturer or company and gives an identity to it. Example, BMW. BMW car is very famous. Maruti car, that is also famous. Benz, that is a company of car also. They are famous by their names, symbols, or logo. Label and ticket. What is label and what is ticket, and what is label and ticket? Label and ticket mean a composite mark containing various features, including devices, words, usually painted on a paper and attached to the goods themselves. Or what is the meaning of name? Name is the words signifying the name, surname, personal name, or an abbreviation thereof. Color. What is the importance of color regarding trademark? A combination of colors can be considered as a trademark. For instance, color combination used in the drug capsules, as S3 capsules are there. For omega 3 capsule is also there. They are famous, and they are of different colors. Some are in green form and some are of yellow color. Now the sound is also the symbol of trademark. Sound or sequence of sound can be registered as trademark. For example, the roar of the lion sound has been registered by MGM Pictures. The Tarzan yell has been registered as Edgar Rice Burroughs Incorporation. Smell is also registered as a trademark. Smell registration of smell as a trademark has been permitted as a trademark. Smell reminiscent of roses applied to tires was registered for Sumitomo tires. Smell of fresh cut grass for the tennis ball, etc. These are the example of smells which are used as trademark. Containers. Containers fall within the definition of trademark. In the next slide, there are other terms also for trademark or collective mark. Collective mark. What is collective mark? Collective marks Yeah, collective mark means a trademark distinguishing the goods or service of members of an association of persons not being a partnership, who is the proprietor of the mark from those of others. What is service? Now, what is the provisions regarding service in Trademark Act? Service means service of any description which is made available to potential users and includes the provisions of services in connection with the business of any industrial or commercial matters such as banking, communication, education, financing, insurance, chit funds, real estate, transport, storage, material treatment, processing, supply of electrical or other energy, boarding, lodging, entertainment, amusement, construction, repair, conveying of news or information and advertising. A mark identifying such services or such a service is called service mark. Now, what is certification trademark? So, certification trademark means a mark capable of distinguishing the goods or service in connection with which it is used in the course of trade, which are certified by the proprietor of the mark in respect of origin, material, mode of manufacture of goods, or performance of services, quality, accuracy, or other characteristics from goods and services not so certified. For instance, wool mark, ISO 9001, etc. These are the example. Wool mark, that is also an industry. ISO 9, 9001 is also an industry. Next is trademark and service mark. In the next slide, we shall discuss trademark and service mark as used before registration. Registration of a trademark is not compulsory. Registration of trademark is not compulsory. Requirement of the law. The Controller General of Patents, Designs and Trademarks Act appointed by the central government is the registrar of trademarks. A register of trademarks shall be kept in the office or offices. Registered trademark registered trademarks details shall be entered into that register. Once the trademark is accepted, allotted, should advertise it in prescribed manner. Means there should be notification or publication of that trademark in the prescribed manner. The registration of trademark, if valid, gives its proprietor exclusive rights. Some exclusive rights are provided to the owner or the proprietor of the trademark. That exclusive right to the use of trademark in relation to the goods or services in respect of which the trademark is registered and to obtain relief in respect of infringement of trademark. Means the relief against infringement will be given to the registered trademark holders. Trademark registration is for 10 years from the date of registration and can be renewed every after every 10 years consecutively. Failure to renew is removal of the trademark from the register. These are the different provisions about the registration of trademark. Now, what are the in the next slide we shall discuss different grounds for refusal of the registration. Grounds for refusal of registration are as follows. First, marks devoid of distinctive character. Distinctive character is noted that cannot be distinguished from the product or service of other company. Descriptive marks, generic marks. If the descriptive marks are there or generic marks are there, that cannot be registered and refusal can be made. Marks of such in nature as to deceive or cause confusion. If because of that trademark confusion is there in the public, refusal can be made. Marks containing any matter which is likely to hurt religious susceptibilities of any class or section of the Indian citizens, then refusal can be made. Marks containing scandalous or obscene matter, refusal can be made. Marks prohibited under the Emblems and Names Prevention and Improper Use Act 1950, then refusal can be made. Marks consisting exclusive of the shape of the goods which results from the nature of the goods themselves. For example, apple design for a package of apple, round shape for tennis balls, etc. Refusal for registration can be made. Marks containing exclusive marks consisting exclusively of the shape of the goods, which is necessary to obtain technical results. If there is if there exists likelihood of confusion, if there is likelihood of confusion with the earlier trademark by reason of the fact of the trademark being identical with the earlier trademark and similarity of goods and services, or being similar to the earlier trademark and identical or similar goods and services. Even in that situation, refusal to registration can be made. In the next slide, if the earlier trademark being a well-known trademark and the trademark sought to be registered is identical with similar to an earlier trademark and the goods or services are dissimilar, and the use of mark would take unfair advantage of or be detrimental to the distinctive character or reputation of the earlier trademark. If the use of trademark in India is liable to be prevented because of any law protecting an unregistered trademark used in the course of trade or because of law of copyright. Even in that situation, refusal can be made. Now, acquisition of trademark. Trademark may be acquired either by the proprietor of the goods and services for which trademark is sought for registration, or by transfer, license, lease, assignment by the proprietor to another entity. In those situations, the trademark can be acquired or can be kept. Now, how the suit will be instituted for infringement? Suit for infringement. Suit for infringement of registered trademark or relating to any right in a registered trademark or for passing off has to be filed in a intellectual property appellate board or district court. The suit is to be instituted before the intellectual property appellate board or district court. Relief can be claimed by way of injunction, damages, account of profits, with or without an order for delivery up of the infringement labels and marks for destruction or erasure. In the next slide, different examples of trademarks of different companies or different business institutions have been mentioned. Please go through the different examples. You can recognize or identify the company or the business institution or commercial institution by their symbols or by their name or by their logo. Different logos have been given in this slide. In the next slide, please. In the next slide, trademark infringement, counterfeiting, and dilution have been explained. What is infringement? Infringement means a mark that is likely to cause confusion with a trademark already existing in the marketplace. What is counterfeiting? The deliberate copying of the mark is known as counterfeiting of the trademark. What is dilution? The value of the mark is substantially reduced through competition or through the likelihood of confusion from another mark. That is dilution. For offenses include falsifying and falsely applying trademarks. Trade description are punishable by imprisonment and fine. Till then, thank you so much. Namaskar.